Hey, Master Coach G here on Thriving After 50, Mind, Body, Soul. And today is the end of the month broadcast, and I am going to conclude this month with continuing to talk about our emotional health. And today I am going to leave you with some tools that you will be able to use to improve and achieve good emotional health. All month long, I share with you our emotional health, how we can manage it, what we can do. But now I want to leave you with some tools that's going to help you to achieve good emotional health. Now, achieving good emotional health is important as it's a very important aspect for our overall well-being. So I want to give you some tips that will help you to improve your emotional well-being. Okay? The first thing when it comes to achieving good emotional health is to be able to recognize and express our emotions. We should all be able to have the opportunity to recognize and especially express. I think that when it comes to expressing our emotions, we allow ourselves to feel and acknowledge our emotions, whether they're positive or negative. But we should be able to do that. We should all have the space, in a safe space, where we can acknowledge our emotions, whether they're positive or negative. It's important to express our emotions in a healthy way. Yes, we get angry. Yes, we get frustrated, and those are all emotions. But what we have to do is we have to be able to express that in a healthy way, such as talking to someone who you can trust and using creative outlets. Like, if you like to journal, then that's a good way to be able to express your emotions. Some people need to physically do one-on-ones with someone to talk to them. Some people do better in a group setting. So it depends on what it is that helps you to be able to express your emotions. You have to be able to express them, but do it in a healthy way. Do it in a way that is going to be a benefit to you, okay? The next thing that I want to talk about is to practice self-care. This I can't stress enough, okay? To take care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. This includes, please hear me, this includes getting enough sleep, eating a well-balanced diet, getting regular exercise, or even engaging in your favorite activity. I know that pickleball is a big thing now. So if it's pickleball, if it's tennis, if it's golf, if it's walking, if it's swimming, whatever it is, engage in some type of physical activity. Do something that you enjoy. Do something that, if you like walking in the park, then you know what? Go out and find, different parks, Google them, and find different parks in your area. Google nature trails. If you like walking and that helps you to relax, find something that's going to bring you joy and that's going to help you to relax. You have to practice that. I know a lot of the times, most of us are running on 100 pretty much all day, every day. I'll be the first one to raise my hand on that. I'm trying to work on medium. As my coach tells me, it's like, okay, we got to bring that down a couple notches. But self-care for our physical, mental, and emotional health is important. And again, the sleep that we get, the food that we consume, getting physical exercise is a must. It is a must for us to be able to create and cultivate achieving good emotional health. I'm telling you, it is key. Here's the other thing. We have to build healthy relationships. Stay out of that toxic mess. That toxic mess is not good for you. Build healthy relationships where you can express your feelings and whoever you're in the relationship with can express their feelings in a safe environment. Surround yourself with supportive people and positive people who lift you up. Cultivate meaningful connections with friends and family and loved ones. You should be able to communicate openly and honestly with the people that you're connected to. That's why it's important to surround yourself with supportive people. You want people that's going to build you up. So those relationships are important to cultivate. So build healthy relationships and be able so that you can be honest in your communication with your emotions. Okay. Seek help, seek support when you need it. It may not be an everyday thing. You may not need the support system every day. But when you do need it, then that's when you need to reach out and make sure that you are being surrounded by your support system. Now, here's a big one. Manage the stress. We have to find ways to be able to manage the stress. I know most people just say, well, I'm just dealing with the stress. We have to be able to manage the stress. And, there's different things that we can do to be able to learn how to be able to manage our stress. We could practice like deep breathing exercises. We can meditate or pray if that's your thing. Meditation if that's your thing. But deep breathing exercises, you could always go on YouTube and find different levels. The beginner level, if you've never done deep breathing exercise, I would recommend that you start off in the beginner's level. It is an absolute amazing way to help you manage your stress. Okay. Be mindful of your stress level, which is the awareness, because once you're aware of it, then you can be mindful and know that you won't continue to keep replaying that same corrupt disc in your head. So find activities and engage in hobbies that help you relax, because that's important to be able to manage your stress, because you don't want to be on 100 on your stress level and then you just keep doing things and the stress level at 100 is going downhill. So now it's picking up momentum. Now you're at 120. Now you're at 200. Now you're at 250. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be able to manage it before you start to go downhill with whatever the scenario that may be going on in reference to the stress, and avoid any type of excess. If it's something that you ain't got to deal with, don't. Just leave it alone and just go into chill mode, because you have to get yourself into a place where you are managing that stressful moment, that emotional stressful moment that you are dealing with. But you have to be able to recognize that. So once you recognize it, then you can put things into place so that you can be able to better manage it. And here's the thing. So if you have let's say 5 things that just kind of set you off as far as your stress level. Let's say you have 5 things, like a lot of people, they stress over their finances, economically things are tight for a lot of people, whether it's, child care or car payments or house payments, whatever it is, those things can, keep you in a stressful mode. But what you want to do is prioritize those things, set realistic goals so that you can be able to manage that particular stressor, whatever it is. If it's the house payment, you got to make the payment every month. So what you want to do is you want to set a goal for your mental, okay? Because it's the mental that starts that whole process of stressing. So what you want to do is you want to set a goal for yourself and say, okay, I have 5 things that really stress me out every single month. What I need to do is write them down, recognize what they are, and then I need to set goals for myself, because I know that those 5 things are going to happen. And I know that I can't change those things. So what I need to do is I need to be able to better manage the stressors that comes with that. So let me set some goals that I can practice and be able to manage those goals well. Now, you got to take steps in order to do that, okay? So just break them down into smaller steps and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and you will be able to know what that is. And the more you do that self-talk and you're talking to yourself about the stressor, then you'll be able to come up with the answer on what it is that you need to do. But make sure that the goal is realistic. Don't say, I'm just going to deal with it whenever it comes, out of sight, out of mind type of thing. Nah, that don't really work. So set realistic goals. Here's something that always makes me feel good. And, everyone that I talk to pretty much has the same answer when it comes to this, is about practicing gratitude. I think if we take some time throughout the day and we start to reflect on the things that we're grateful for, it's like, I'm grateful for, having a home. Yes, I have a mortgage payment, but I'm grateful for having a home. I'm grateful that I do have a vehicle. I'm grateful that I do have a job. I'm grateful that that my family is well. I think when we start to find the things that we're grateful for, I think it helps us to be able to overcome being stressed about the things that that pretty much is out of our control, like the mortgage payment that we have to make every month. That's out of our control, because now we're grateful for our home. Yes, we have the mortgage payment, but guess what? We're grateful for our home. So I think if we start to cultivate a sense of gratitude, that will help us to shift our focus toward a more positive aspect of life. And that will also help us to improve our overall well-being. So being able to cultivate a life of gratitude just every day, throughout the day, just find something to be grateful for. Hey, I'm grateful that I got to work today. I didn't have an accident. I'm grateful that, that I made it home today. So once we start looking on the things that we're grateful for and start practicing that is going to be a shift. And that is going to help us to improve our overall well-being. Now, here's the thing. If you have a problem with making that shift or finding something to be grateful for, then maybe you might need to, seek some help. And when I say seek some help, it's like if you're struggling emotionally in your emotional health, then, it's okay. It's okay to seek a coach or a counselor, but seek someone that's professional, even if it's a trusted family member or friend. Just make sure that you are getting that emotion, that you are able to manage that. And sometimes it takes a third party to be able to help you to see that. Like a life coach can provide you insight and support on strategies on how you can navigate through the challenges that you may be facing. And that's the good thing about life coaches, because that's what we do. We help you to be able to manage and navigate through whatever the challenges that you're facing. Please remember this: emotional health, practicing good emotional health is a lifelong journey. It's an everyday journey. It's not something that you do today and don't have to do tomorrow, because every single day we're going to be faced with challenges. And it's normal to have ups and downs. But we also have to take a proactive steps in order to prioritize, sorry about that, your emotional well-being. Which can significantly contribute to a healthier and more fulfilling life. So while we're taking care of our emotional health, we're also taking care of our physical health. And that's important, because the happier we are and the more fulfilled that we are, not only does it affect our emotions, but it also affects our physical well-being as well. So that's what I have for you today. I hope this episode has added value to your life. Thank you for joining me here on Thriving After 50, Mind, Body, Soul. Can't leave today without giving a shout out to my listeners in the United States, Canada, Belgium, the UK, Mexico, Russia, France, Brazil, Ireland, and India. I thank you all for listening. If this podcast has been a benefit to you, do me a favor. Share it with someone that it may benefit them as well. Follow me, subscribe. Also leave me a rating. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if this has been if this has added value to your life. And let's communicate on that level. I would love to hear from you. I appreciate you listening today. And remember, knowledge applied is power. This is Master Coach G, and I'll see you on the next level.